Welcome to my YouTube channel Geon's Tech. So today we will learn about how to create a VNet to VNet peering, that is virtual network peering. Okay. So friends, this is about myself. Okay. So let's discuss how to create a VNet to VNet peering. Okay. So for that I have created this diagram. We will implement same diagram in the portal.azure.com. Okay. So first we will create virtual network VNet 01 and we will create a virtual machine in region East US. Okay, and we will create a second virtual network VNet 02 and we will create a second virtual machine VNet 02 in the same region East US. We will take the region as East US in both the virtual networks. Okay, then we will establish the peering. Okay, and we will establish the peering between the this virtual network to this virtual network, and this in this way, and in this way we will establish the communication. Okay, peering we will establish the peering between VM02 to VM01. Okay, in this way. Okay, in both the direction we will establish the peering. Okay, so let's see what the steps we are going to do. We are going to create this diagram using lab. Okay, so first we will create the virtual network. Okay, VNet 01 and VNet 02 in same region East US. And in step 2, we will create a virtual machine with the name VM01 and VM02 in same region East US. Okay, then we will configure the peering. Okay, for VNet 01 to VNet 02 in both the directions. Okay, and then we will ping VM 01 and VM 02. Okay, and we will see that it from V1 from virtual machine 1 to virtual machine 2 we are able to ping, and in from virtual machine 2 to virtual machine 1 we will be able to ping. Okay, let's log into the Azure portal and let's do the lab. So friends, I have logged in through the Azure portal. Okay, so let's create the virtual network. Okay, so friends, let's create the virtual network. Okay, so I have selected the virtual. I have this Visual Studio subscription. Okay, I have selected this resource group which is I have already exist. Okay, so I have entered VNet 01. This is a virtual network name I have entered VNet 01. Okay, in the region East US. So I'm clicking next. Okay, so it is asking for the IP address and IP address space. So I am taking as the default address space which already exists here. Okay, so I have already explained you this in previous video. What are these are, I mean, how the subnets are being taken. So let me show you which video you will refer. So you can watch my previous video also for these subnets. Okay. So so while going this Azure tutorial series, okay, Microsoft Azure tutorial series, training series, you can watch my video number 8. This is for to create a virtual machine and to understand the address space and virtual network. So you need to watch video number 15 and you need video number 16. So all three videos you can watch. Okay, let's come back to the Azure portal. So I'm clicking on the next. Okay, so next is the security. So I'm keeping this as default. I'm clicking next and then just creating the virtual network. Okay, okay, so validation is passed. I'm clicking create. Okay, now you will see deployment has been completed. VNet 01 has been created. Okay, now just create a second virtual network. Just type virtual. Okay, so you can see this first virtual network VNet 01 has been created. So let's create the second one also. I'm selecting the resource group. Okay, so I'm entering the VNet name VNet-02. Okay, so I'm selecting as a region East US, clicking on next. I'm selecting same virtual space, clicking on next. Okay, I'm keeping this as default, clicking on next. So it will create the second virtual network in the East US region. Okay, so I'm clicking create. So it will create after some time. Okay, now you can see VNet virtual network 02 has been created. Okay, so let's quickly create the virtual machine. So just type the virtual machine. Okay, so let's create the first virtual machine. Okay, so let's select this. Have the Visual Studio subscription, so I'm selecting that. Let's select the resource group. I have resource group Arvind Aziz already exist. So let's enter the virtual machine name. So this is the first virtual machine VM01. Okay, so I'm creating this in region East US. Okay, rest of the things I'm keeping this as it is. Okay, so I'm entering the username and the password. Entering the password again. Okay, so it is asking for inbound port allowed, selecting. So just select the RDP and HTTP also I'm selecting. Clicking on next. So I'm keeping this as it is. Okay. Next option. Next is networking. So from here networking. So what you need to select from the virtual network. So we have created two virtual network. So this is the first virtual machine. So just select the virtual network first. VNet 01. Okay. So subnet is this one. Okay. The IP you can, I mean, if you have any IP, then otherwise it will create a new VM01 IP. Okay. So rest of the things I am keeping this as it is. Okay. So I'm clicking next, next. So I'm clicking next. I'm clicking on review and create. Click on create. Now you can see the virtual machine 1 has been created, VM01. Okay, this has been created. So let's quickly create the virtual machine 2 in virtual network 0 second. Okay, click. Okay, so let's create a second virtual machine. Okay, so just select the resource group, enter the virtual machine name VM02. Okay, and select the region, same region, East US. Okay, now next it is asking for the username and the password. Okay, now I have entered the password. I'm selecting this as HTTP and RDP both. Okay, so just click on next. It will come to dist. I'm keeping this as default. From the from the network tab, you have to select VNet 02 because this is the second virtual machine. So we are creating in virtual network 2. Okay, so just select the virtual network 2. So subnet has been already came here and the public IP also. Okay, you can create the new one also here. Now I'm keeping this rest of the thing as default. Okay, so I'm clicking next, next. So I'm clicking on review and create. Now you can see the virtual machine 2 has been created. Okay. So till now what we have done, we have like created two virtual networks, virtual network 1, and we have created two virtual machine 01 and virtual machine 02. Okay. In the region East US. So friends, let's configure the peering. Okay, so I have opened the virtual network. So we have created virtual network 1 and virtual network 2. Okay, so let's click on virtual network 1 to configure the peering. Okay, so it is opening. So if you go on the left side, you can see there is an option of peering is coming here. So we are inside the virtual network one. So there is an option of peering is coming. Okay, so just click on peering. Okay, so there is an option of add here. So click on add. So if first is it is asking to enter the peering link name. Okay, so you just enter here the first peering. Okay, 01 peering 1. Okay, now next it is asking for the now it is asking for the traffic to remote virtual network. Just click on allow. Traffic forward to remote virtual network, just click allow by default. Okay, virtual network to route gateway. So I'm keeping this as by default. Okay, so it is asking for peering link name. Okay, so we are doing peering between first peering like we are inside the VNet 1. So I'm keeping the name as VNet from VNet 01 to VNet VNet 02. Okay, so this is a name basically. So this is just for our understanding. See from where to where, this is just for our understanding from where to where we are creating the peering. So we are creating the peering from virtual network 1 to virtual network 2. Okay. So now, so I'm keeping this as default. Okay, network default model resource. Okay, so subscription I'm creating in this Visual Studio subscription. So I'm selecting this as which. So how do you know that which virtual network you want to select here? So this is the question. Actually, we are already inside the. You can see we are already inside the virtual network one. So we are creating the peering bit from virtual network one to virtual network two. Okay, so we are inside the virtual network one. So just select the virtual network two. Okay. So I've selected this. Okay. So traffic to remote virtual. So I'm keeping this as default. Traffic forward remote virtual network allow. Okay. Rest of the thing I'm keeping as the default. Okay. So I'm clicking on add. So you can see the peering status is coming as connected. Okay, here you can see I have created this peering. The status of the peering is connected. So this is the peering. Okay, and gateway transit is disabled. Okay, so but the peering status you can see it is getting coming as connected. So friends, just open the virtual network 2 to configure the peering. Okay, so click on virtual network 02. Okay, click on peering. Okay, click on add. Okay, enter the peering name. I'm entering at 02. Okay, I'm keeping this as default. So we are creating peering between 02 to virtual network 01. Okay, so from virtual network 2 to virtual network 1 we are creating the peering. Okay, so I'm selecting, so we are inside the virtual network 2, so we are selecting virtual network 1 here. Okay, so I'm clicking add. Okay, now you can see the peering 2 has been added. Okay, and it is showing as connected. Now we have configured the peering part. Okay, so what you need to do is if you want to ping the virtual machine 1 to virtual machine 2, so what you need to do is first you need to like disable the firewall from virtual machine 1 and virtual machine 2 in both the virtual machines, and then you are using RDP just ping the virtual machine 1 IP to IP from virtual machine 1. Okay, so you are able to connect the, you will see that we will be able to ping virtual machine 2 from virtual machine 1. Okay, hope you understood this. Thank you very much. So friends, this is my YouTube channel Geon's Text. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for latest updates. So let me show you how to search my channel in YouTube. Okay, so just go to YouTube and in search bar just type JYEONS Geon's Tech. Okay, just click on search. You will find this channel. Okay, and this is my channel name Geon's Tech. I request you to just click on subscribe and press the bell icon as well.